Paolo Zampolli, ambassador and founder of World Artificial Intelligence Organization. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, the Friends of CTED, Verones Connex, Director David Leila, for organizing this very special meeting. I promised that I will stay in the 2 minutes. And when I say something on this modern terror attack and vehicle terror attack, I think the only solution is bollards to protect the streets and whatever we saw in all these other cities. Our mayor last year announced the program of New York City to invest $50 million. But unfortunately, with $50 million, the number of bollards that he could install in the city were only 1,500. Bollards have to be installed every 70 centimeters. If you do the calculation, Madison Avenue, if you want to cover it all, is 15,000 bollards. So maybe you understand the mathematics of the cost. It all starts for my young son that goes to Union Square, maybe the second most busy square of New York City after Times Square. And there is absolutely no protection. Recently, they've been dropping some piece of stone, something like this. The way to find a solution, bollards have been thinking a lot, is to find a way to make them bankable. I thought about putting advertising on it, because the cost for a city, the cost for every municipality is very huge. For example, the bollards that we see outside the United Nations, they look exactly the same outside the United States mission. The difference is the US has regular bollards that have to be dig about 3 feet. The one outside the United Nations, they're shallow mounting. And this is very also important to see how we install these things. I also have designed something that I feel like Prime Minister Netanyahu with all the piece of. I also designed a hedgehog that are the same things that we saw in World War I or on D-Day, on the other day, that they used to be designed by the Czech Republic, and to flip the tankers. These are very inexpensive, and they could be used as police barricade, just to deploy on a temporary use when there is like a parade or a crowded event. This is other things that I've designed, is a counter-terrorist garbage can that looks, better than only bollard, or also some planters with inside bollards to protect. Another thing that we haven't addressed is the drones attack that is really imminent and really dangerous. A drone carrying nerve gas can be devastating. If you think St. Peter's Square on a Sunday hosts 60,000 people, a stadium from 50 to 100,000 people. Think one drone could carry enough nerve gas to make a massacre. If across the street from Long Island City they deploy drones, they reach Times Square from 3 to 5 minutes. Unfortunately, we don't have yet anything to stop that. There are some technology. We were working with many, waiting FAA to look into that. But things take time, and it's going to be a serious problem. I feel, despite all the privacy regulation, face recognition is very, very important. We have technology enough to recognize if the object is left alone, a bag in an airport, and we track the bag, or under Resolution 2396, we should be looking at more face recognition. Thank you for having me.